we don't have to speculate anymore because we are finally getting into the game, where we have spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Nightshade in the red. Again, in our hearts, representing Team Liquid, but not actually, just in our hearts and memories. It is HerO. And his opponent. Spawning in the lower right-hand corner, in the blue. He was once on Team Startail. No longer. He has returned. It is Bomber. And this is just crazy. Like, honestly, if any of you guys just aren't aware of the history, the way a lot of Starcraft happens, or has happened in the past, it seems like you get these big names. We would have these big names 2011, 2012, 13. You get big names. And then they kind of just fall off and don't really, like, that's kind of the end of the story. We have a lot of people who played back then and don't play now and likely will never play again. And if you had asked me maybe 2 years ago if I had thought we'd see Bomber versus, I have to say, Liquid HerO. He's not actually on Team Liquid anymore. But I have to say it because otherwise you get confused which hero it is. So if you had told me 2 years ago that Bomber vs Liquid HerO was going to happen in 2020, I wouldn't have believed you. I'd have been like, those guys, they retired. They don't play anymore. You know, it's not like a Stefano who quote unquote retired, but would still like pop into Home Story Cup and you'd still see him on ladder. No, dude, these guys were gone. They did not play anymore. You didn't hear a single peep from either of these players for years. And now here we go. They're back. And HerO starting strong with a proxy Stargate. Also, in getting his Nexus up though, so this isn't a super committed anything. I mean, I guess the Stargate's kind of committed because it can more easily die, but look at this. See, remember I told you guys earlier, chat, you got to build that bunker. Bomber knows. He built the bunker. Hey, you're calling it exactly. This is why Starcraft will live forever. People like Bomber and HerO deciding to come back and play. Like, I don't know if it's part of the IEM announcement, the 3 years announcement that's making them want to do this. All right, but 2 Adepts come in. They're going to get on top of these Marines. Focusing down Marines here. Very purposefully so that this Oracle can now come in and kill everything else. All right, 2 more Marines come out. That should be enough to push this away. It's actually 4 Marines. These rocks down to 5 hit points. But the Oracle gets out of there. It's actually going to head towards the main. It's being cheeky. Doesn't have enough to really do anything, though. He's pretending like he does, but second Oracle coming out now. We'll see how many Oracles HerO makes. Behind this, he's got the Twilight Council coming up. Got his 3rd base already coming up. HerO, man, he's being greedy. Ooh, Cyclone might be able to catch a lock on. There's some high ground right nearby, though, and HerO, he's good enough to know that's how you do it. Oh. Well, catches the Cyclone, but kills the Oracle. And it looks like it was just going to be those 2. Now it's just 1. The Lonely Oracle. 3rd Nexus almost done here for HerO. Bomber, no inclination of a 3rd base just yet. Oh, as I'm saying that, he drops it down. Damn it, Bomber. Bomber might be going mech, though. I mean, look at this. We have 2 Cyclones out already. We have a Siege tank coming out. I think we might see 2 more factories go down here for Bomber. Come on, do it. Oh, man, he's trying. He's trying to cast or curse me. This is a powerful looking move out. 3 Vikings in the air. Blink is not quite finished for HerO. Blink is going to be massive against this. Although Vikings can land, and they'll be very good against Stalkers. Shield battery. Oh, there goes the Oracle, just like that. Blink is now finished. And actually, these units are going to hit up here. He might need these back at home. This is not looking great for HerO, guys. Bomber is doing this really strong attack. We have bunkers coming up offensively. Siege tank moving forward a little bit. This Nexus might go down. Granted, cancel on the 3rd base, so even if he loses this Nexus, it'll still be 2 base to 2. Now, how does HerO bust out of this? A Dark Shrine is on the way. We could potentially see a Dark Shrine. Did we have a recall? Actually, I think Bomber just killed all of the units across the map. HerO has 26 army supply to 43. Granted, a decent amount of that for Bomber is back at home, and he is going to start his 3rd CC up. I think eventually HerO will be able to bust out of this, especially if he sends in like 1 DT at a time, just to force a scan. Oh, did we see? No Dark Shrine just yet. Nice kill on that Cyclone. Bunkers get salvaged. These units from Bomber are in a tough spot. Twilight being remade just as the Dark Shrine finishes. Oh, a Blink on top of the tank. Focusing down the Vikings after that. A lot of Stalkers going down, but he will completely clean this up. Now behind this, it's about to be 3 bases once again for HerO. But Bomber's got his 3rd CC just finishing up. It's +1 for both players, so the upgrades are even at the moment. HerO wants to move across the map. I don't know if he's going to be able to get too much damage done, but might be able to delay the 3rd base moving for a bit. Ooh, big double drop moving out for Bomber. I like that play. He feels safe back at home. Is there a scan? There is a scan. Kills the tank, though. Kills the tank before the scan goes down. Absolutely worth that DT. But a big double drop gonna hit over at the 3rd base, and charge once again might be canceled. Back at home, Bomber just looking pretty normal, pretty standard. No more factory units. There's no energy for a recall here. It's gonna be on warp-ins or HerO just walking home. Oh no, charge. Ripperinos for charge once again. We have a DT warping in the main to help defend. DT's in the in the 3rd base as well. He's gonna have to rebuild that Templar Archives for yet a 3rd time. These units trading decently well. It also allows Bomber to get down his 3rd base. The worker count's basically the same at this point, but with, well, I was gonna say with mules, but actually I think Bomber might be saving up scans. That might be one of the nicest things about making DTs, is you force the Terran to want at least 1 or 2 scans at a time. It is worth noting that Bomber is up an upgrade at the moment, although armor is about to finish here for HerO. No second forge, though. And we do have a second eBay for Bomber, so if he wanted to get 2 upgrades at a time, he absolutely could. But he's definitely very far ahead in the upgrade fight right now. And it's only going to get more as there's only 1 forge. Archon's being morphed now. Do we have a Ghost Academy? That's the real question. No, it is not looking like it. Not seeing it in the Structures tab. That's going to be really key, actually, against the Zealots and the Archons. A little slow on that blink. Loses the Stalker for it. Bomber up a bit on army supply, but that's generally to be expected in this matchup. It's really the upgrades that I think HerO needs to get on that second forge life. And, you know, I was favoring HerO for a bit, but I'm really liking Bomber right now. I'm liking what he's doing. Ooh, about half of Bomber's army is over on this side. It's a little bit split. Some Zealots go into the main base. A couple more gonna drop in, and a big warp in. There it is. There's the big warp in as the main fight's starting to happen. Bomber's army is a lot bigger than HerO's. And it looks like Bomber should be able to hold in the main base as well, although it will pull his army back. And here come the DT warp in follow-ups. Sending 1 to kill that turret. There's no Raven here, so it's going to be purely on scans. Oh, Stims forces 2 scans for 2 DTs. I think that play might have just saved HerO for at least a little bit, bought him some time, but Bomber might want to move out right now if I had any guessing to be done here. I would think Bomber's going to want to move out very shortly. He's almost maxed. HerO just approaching 150 supply. Just feels like he doesn't have a ton of weight with this army. There's no Colossi, there's no Storm. It's just pure gateway units for the most part here. No DTs, no blink DTs. Oh no, and half of HerO's army gets completely caught out. It tries to stand and fight, but that's not gonna do it. He is down 80 army supply, and that, my friends, is gonna be GG in just a moment here when HerO realizes just how hopeless this is. Storm starting up is not gonna help this fight. Not defending his natural nexus, and Bomber looking very powerful in this first game. A little bit surprised not to see the Storm versus Ghost interaction. It's been a long time since we haven't seen that. HerO had some nice moves this game. I think if it wasn't for that early game push, he might be in a bit of a better position going into this mid game. Storm still not finished. Still not finished. Still not finished. He's waiting for it, man. He wants to get the Storms. There they go. And now he'll GG. And Bomber will take game number 1. Well played there. I mean, both players looking really good. But such a strange game. And I feel like that's something you can only get out of players who maybe haven't been playing in the meta as much. They're coming back from a different time in Starcraft. They have the mechanics, but it just plays out a little bit weirder. It's almost like watching like Alpha Star play. You're like, man, it's so good, but it's so weird. I love it though. I think it's beautiful. Now we'll wait for the lobby link to get into game number 2. Please, please lobby link. No, I mean they have to. I'll just watch Zombie Grub, and if she's in a game, then I'll start to get worried. There it is. There's the lobby link. Everybody's in. All of the remaining casters after Creighton Olsen had to tap out and hit the sheets. Touch the chicken. Monk ass. I feel a little violated over here. I don't know, man. All right, we're getting into game number 2. It's going to be on Simulacrum. What did I watch the other day that had the word Simulacrum in it? I can't think of it. I can't think of what it was. I was looking at something or reading something, and I saw that word, and I was like, man, that's a real word? I didn't even realize. I mean, I don't know. Let's get into the game. You don't have to hear me rambling on about simulacrums. But we do have spawning in the lower right-hand corner. In the red, it is the player, the hero formerly playing for Liquid. the non-Liquid hero. It's solid hero. It's like Snake. Liquid Snake versus Solid Snake. And his opponent in the upper left-hand corner, he's in blue. He is Bomber. The blue Bomber. Sorry we got into this game so late, guys. I know they have so many workers. Clearly, this game from 2012, they should have started with 6 workers each, which is obviously superior to the 12 worker start of Legacy of the Void. That's why we're casting games from 2012, Envy. Because, I mean, just 6 worker start is so much better. And that's why the strategy was so much more deep in those days. I mean, if you go back and watch, you can see all the players are clearly much, much better. Just much smarter, really. Alright, I think we've memed enough. Reaper coming out. Should be able to get a kill on that probe real quick. Did he see the probe? I think he did see the probe, but probe is able to successfully hide. Look at that little nook. It's got a little nook next to this like magazine newspaper stand here. I love looking at the doodads. Like, what is going on? There's a Marine, though. That'll push it away. Factory coming up behind this for Bomber. Reaper being annoying in the main base of HerO. But we'll get shooed away by the Adept. And it's going to be a Stargate follow-up. Now, did the Reaper see the Stargate? Ooh, he did not. He just missed it. It's going to be an Oracle once again. So HerO feeling like he wants to open Oracles against Terran, which I feel like is a little bit more rare. Ooh, doesn't quite get that third shot off. I thought he might. I feel like we don't see Oracles all that often versus Terran these days. Looks like it's going to be Cloak. Cloak Banshee's coming out of Bomber. Interesting. Now, with the Stargate, he might actually end up wanting to cancel this. Not only will it absolutely be scouted, but a couple of Phoenix, maybe. Yeah, there's a Phoenix. Even just one Phoenix, if you can catch that, that Banshee and then get the Revelation, or even if he's able to get a Robo out before Cloak is finished. I'm not sure what the timing on that is, but yeah, it looks like gonna keep it for the Revelation. Surprised he's not making a second Oracle. You do usually want a couple of Revelations with this. The shield battery will be nice as well. Oh, did he block himself in by accident? He did. Looks like he wants to go take a third base. Bomber, though, is getting his engineering bay up, getting another barracks on the way. Yeah, okay, so he canceled Cloak. Instead builds 2 Vikings. Vikings is an interesting choice. Bomber, it's just such an interesting thing here, but I guess the Vikings and the Cyclone gonna take out that Phoenix, so well worth the investment. Although now HerO knows that the Banshees are for sure not happening. There's a bunker at the front, there's a Widow Mine, but the bunker's empty and the Widow Mine is not burrowed. Widow Mine will go down. Yes, it will. Nice little stasis ward. I don't know that I like the location of that, but behind this blink is on the way. It's not quite finished yet. Ooh, Widow Mine in the main base. Tag goes down on the units up there. Stim is very close to being finished, and that's going to be a real nice boon here to Bomber's defense. 2 Adepts shade in, but they're just gonna die. Also, 2 Adepts don't one-shot a worker. But in the meantime, a blink into the main. And a blink out. So here, just trying to get some damage done, just trying to trade nicely while he takes his third. I mean, it's getting saturated. The worker count's pretty even though, and Bomber's gonna grab a third as well. Here's another blink. This time Bomber, I thought he was moving around the bottom side waiting for the blink out. Big stasis trap, and that's a lot of army units that are not gonna be able to come down and defend this third base. This army from Bomber that's coming down is not strong enough. That's a dead third. Oh man, HerO with the plays, loses the Oracle, but that's kind of the job of the Vikings, and that Oracle's already done its job. All right, where's the blink micro? There it is. Oh, and a blink forward. I don't know how I'm feeling about that. But the last Viking goes down, and charge is done. And here's something that I feel like we were missing last game, which is splash damage. We have Colossi coming out. Thermal Lance on the way. Charge should be finished. It is indeed. And that first Colossus will absolutely be out. It will not have range. But combined with charge, ooh, he's gonna drop into the main base. Hesitation a little bit there. Ooh, Stalker's going first. That's not ideal. Looks like that Colossus will never have range, but the Zealots come in. Boost back on the Medivacs. We should be able to get at least a few of these units out of here. Nope. He's just going to get the Medivacs out of here. Ooh, actually, the blink kills 2 of those Medivacs. That was 100% worth losing Thermal Lens for. But the follow-up push here from Bomber. Again, I just don't think it's going to get all that much damage done. He's trading out units for units, which when you are down in workers, he's down 10 workers. He is about to have a third base up, but he hasn't been. Doesn't look like we have any worker income graph, unfortunately. Take a look at the income, though. Look how much higher it is for HerO. And resources lost is even, so HerO definitely taking the victory there. Ooh, and a Dark Shrine is finishing up. And this can just be annoying. It can be consistent. You can send in 1 DT here, 1 DT here. Even if you don't get much done, forcing a couple of scans. You can force the army back. I think a Dark Shrine is always going to be a good idea in this match. And I love it from HerO. So far, I think HerO's playing this game much better than game number 1. Did he ever remake? He did. He's getting Thermal Lance. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Found it. A Storm follow-up might be nice. We'll see. No second starport here, actually, for Bomber. You know, he killed the... I want to say Colossus Den, but Robo Bay is the real name for it. He killed the Colossus Den. He might not be thinking there's more, and he might not be thinking there's range, but there is about to be range, and actually we're getting Disruptors out. And a second Robo. Beautiful. Alright, but Bomber wants to take this fight. He's coming in from a couple different angles. Alright, HerO pulling back. I think that's a good choice here, sending a few Zealots into the main. This 4th is going to be canceled, I think, though. Alright, HerO's army looking a little bit stronger now. There's some DTs warped in on the defense as well. Zealots down here, Zealots up here, but Bomber hitting in 2 places at once again. Oh, Disruptor. HerO split a little bit better this time. Ooh, DTs go down in the storm though. Alright, it looks like HerO defends, actually saving this Nexus. In the meantime, I think he killed a few workers. Not too many though. There's still 54 here for Bomber. 63 for HerO. Alright, so... No Ghost Academy. There's no second starport. I'm a little bit surprised by that from Bomber. I mean, his army is just Marine, Marauder, Medevac. And there's 3 Disruptors out now. We haven't seen a Nova go off yet. Oh my god. Well, now we've seen a Nova go off. That one not getting as much done. This one gets nothing done. But I think that first one got enough done for all 3 of those. Oh no, that Disruptor died. Oh man. He gave his life for ire. Bomber though, he's just moving across the map. He does not care. Oh, and he's gonna do the same kind of double prong attack. Oh, is this Disruptor gonna get a shot? Ooh. Gets like 1 Zealot, or 1 Marauder rather. HerO not taking the best fights here. Oh my god, and there goes the base. All the Disruptors going down though. The Colossi going down. HerO, where is his army? It was gone. Bomber just, his macro was too good, man. And he just 2-0s HerO just like that. I absolutely thought HerO was in the lead that game. The one thing I didn't look at was upgrades. And I have a feeling that Bomber's upgrades might have been a good bit ahead of HerO's.